AWS,
Huh?
AWS, no?
Yes, AWS. What is cloud? Why cloud? Go cloud, e cloud, a cloud. Where is that? 1 second, guys. So today I will show you. So yesterday I logged into the AWS console, right? You already know the AWS console, right? Mm, where is that, guys? 1 second. Downloads. AWS material. Hmm.
ఒక విషయం చెప్పాలి నేను ప్లీజ్ సారీ నాకు ఒక ఎగ్జామ్ పేపర్ దాకా ఒకడు ఇచ్చాడు తను ఫెయిల్ అయ్యాలో లేదో నాకు తెలియదు
Hmm.
లేకపోతే 2A వచ్చిందో 1A 1A వచ్చిందో నాకు తెలుస్తాడే వచ్చిందా నేను చూపిస్తా
Yeah. So able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So what we discussed about the cloud services, IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. Guys, there is no difference between data center and cloud. So what we are learning as of now, right? The same way. So how you can install the OS, how you can do the same things, but we are doing it here at as a service, a predefined service. There is no much difference between cloud and data center. What cloud provides, what data center provides, guys? Data center provides only IaaS, infrastructure as a service. But cloud, apart from cloud IaaS, what they are providing the PaaS and the SaaS, platform as a service and software as a service. Why? Because of something like a cloud also provides the IaaS, right? But the people will not convert from data center to cloud, migrate from, will not migrate from data center to cloud. Definitely, we need to provide something, right? So why they are people are migrating from Orkut to Facebook or something like a normal messages to WhatsApp messages because of so WhatsApp is a free and if you have a internet so you can chat and so from messages to WhatsApp what is the difference, guys? In messages we will send only the something like a characters, right? So we will send only the English characters, but in the WhatsApp so what it will share, guys, it will share the voice call, video call, WhatsApp call, and images, videos, everything, right? So that is the reason that people are converting from sending the normal message to the WhatsApp messages. They are signing up the WhatsApp. That is the reason. Definitely there will be a something is there. So then only the people will attract. People will attract. That's the reason. So the cloud came into the picture. Same cloud also provides the virtualization and physical, and here data center also provides the virtualization physical. But the data center provides IaaS, infrastructure as a service, but the cloud provides apart from that IaaS. Definitely we need to do something. So that something is nothing but a PaaS and a SaaS. PaaS is nothing but a, for example, if a developer have a thought, the thought is a WhatsApp, he want to implement the WhatsApp as a code, something like WhatsApp website as a code. He is the developer, he know how to develop the code, he developed the code. After that he want to deploy it on the server. But if you want to deploy it on the server in the data center wide, definitely he wants a operational engineer that will provide the operationals, something like the IaaS, something like if you contact with the operational engineer will deploy the servers on the data center and will deploy the OS on the data center, and then he know how to install the Java Tomcat web servers. The developers doesn't know this part. Developers knows only the how to develop the code only, but operation engineer knows IaaS, infrastructure as a service, how we can run the, how we can build or how we can provision the server and how we can install the softwares. After installing the softwares only, then only the developer code will deploy the code, right? So that a developer also easily deploy the code. So who will provide that solution? That provide solution by the cloud. What is that solution? PaaS, platform as a service. If you took as a platform as a service, they will provide the infrastructure as a service and platform as a service also. Platform as a service means they will install the Java and Tomcat that packages. You just to deploy your code. You just to deploy your code. For the developer need a operation engineer. No need of the operation engineer because of the cloud providers provide the PaaS. So for example, guys, so if you want to develop, if you want to build the servers in the data center, definitely we need a operation engineer and we need a developer to develop the code, right? I don't know anything. I want a software. So if I want to go to the something like if I want to go to the any software company, either TCS, Infosys, whatever that service based companies, and they are giving the client is asking to develop that software. Who develop that that service based companies will develop the software. So right, that feasibility also provided by the cloud. Right, you don't go to the service providers and they will quote some charges, right? If you can ask any cloud provider, they will provide everything. They will provide everything. That is the so that is the futures of the cloud provider. That is the futures of cloud provider. Now you understood? Guys, understood?
Yeah, na.
Yes, very good. So what is AWS? Benefits of using AWS, history and origins of AWS, AWS components, AWS services, AWS regions, AWS availability zones, AWS edge locations, AWS certifications. We already do. So what is AWS? AWS is a Amazon Web Services. So what is that? Amazon company provided the services. What those services? Web services. Web means so we can connect over the web. So they are providing the web services means they are providing over the internet. So A means Amazon. Amazon Web Services. What is AWS, guys? Amazon Web
Web
Services.
service.
What is Amazon? Amazon is the e-commerce website. Amazon is a company that provides us a e-commerce website to purchase the products, right? So that is a Amazon. So what is AWS? Who provides the AWS? Amazon provides the AWS. AWS is nothing but it's a cloud provider. The name call it as a Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. What they are providing? They are providing the services over the internet. The services over the internet. What are the benefits using AWS? So cost reduction, that easy to access, right? History and origins. So when it was developed, so 2002 internally launched the AWS, right? In 2006 launched publicly. In 2007 launched in Europe. So AWS components. What are the AWS components, guys? So what is AWS components? The components you already know, right? So what is the global picture? This is the architecture. AWS is the global architecture, foundation services. So what are the foundation services? Compute, storage, database, networking. So what are the application services? Libraries, workflow, parallel processing, email, notification, content delivery, search, queuing, and deployment and management services. What are the deployment management services? Identity access, administration interface, monitoring, deployment, and automation. This is the component of the AWS. This is the big picture of the AWS. If you know this big picture, right, it will be very easy to understand the AWS also. The same like as a Linux file system hierarchy, Linux architecture. If you know the Linux architecture and the Linux file system hierarchy, it will be very easy to understand the Linux. The same way, if you know the big picture of the AWS, it will be very easy to understand the AWS, guys. So what are the service? AWS is a global infrastructure. So it provides a application website. You can connect any region and you can deploy, you can provision any region, you can provision any servers on any region and you can deploy the application, right? AWS is a global infrastructure. So before data center, they are providing the global infrastructure. No, they are providing it in the statewide data centers. So if you want, you can use, you can connect with the Hyderabad data center, Mumbai data center, Chennai data center, Calcutta data centers. But when it comes the cloud, they created a website and link it to the all the regions of data centers. So if you want, you can go to that region and you can provision or you can build those servers. That is the beauty of AWS. That is the beauty of not only AWS cloud. Right? If you know the big picture of AWS, it will be very easy, guys. So the foundation services, if you know the foundation service, it will be easy to understand the remaining services also. So for example, compute service. Compute service is nothing but a virtual machine. If you want a virtual machine, you need to go the compute service. So if you want a storage, so in the Linux, we need to go the Samba server or something like NFS server for the storage. But here they are providing a predefined storage service called as a S3 database. So if you want to go to install, if you want to go to deploy, if you want to provision the database soft server, so what we need to build the infra, then we need to install the OS, then we need to install the Oracle database, then we can give it to the DBA people for the databases, right? So this everything will be predefined. The all the whatever we are doing in the data center, these guys will do it in the background and they give it as a predefined. If you click the database, it will automatically come up with the OS and installed Oracle software. Networking. So manually we are installing the network something like as we can use the switches and we can configure the switches and we can configure the routers. Something like we cannot access the people, right? We can restrict in the firewalls, right? So everything will be taken care by the cloud. They will provide the predefined environment. Predefined environment. What are the foundation services? The foundation services are the compute, storage, database, networking. What are the foundation services, guys? So what are the foundation services?
Computing,
Compute, storage,
database.
databases, and networking. Guys, understood? So
Yeah.
services, what are the services are there? These are the services: compute service, storage service, database service, networking service, library and SDK service, email service, notification service, queuing service, search service, content delivery service, parallel processing, workflow, deployment and authentication, monitoring service, administration interface, identity and access service. Guys, understood? These all are the services. So Amazon provides the various types of services as below. EC2. EC2 provides the virtual private server. S3 provides the cloud storage. RDS provides the relational database. Route 53 provides the DNS. CloudFront, Glacier database, DynamoDB, Elastic Cache. These all are the services. Regions, we already discussed the regions also yesterday. Guys, understood? Very simple, guys. There is no much difference between data center and cloud. It will be very easy to understand. It is very easy to understand. Guys, understood? Right? So what is that AWS region? AWS has regions all around the world. Names can be US East 1, US West 2. A region is a cluster of data center. Cluster of data centers is nothing but a group of data centers. Group of data centers is nothing but a number of data centers. Most AWS services are region scoped. So North Virginia, this is US region. The regions, guys. What is the regions in the globe? Guys, the globe regions are MR regions. What is that? MR region. So MR is nothing but a American regions. American, so regions. PAC. A PAC is nothing but a Asia Pacific. Asia, Asia Pacific region. Asia, Asia Pacific. Asia Pacific region. Amar, EMEA region. This is the Middle East, Middle East region. So Amar, APAC, EMEA. Amar, APAC, EMEA. Amar regions. So what is that? APAC, Amar, EMEA. So what is those? So what do you APAC, EMEA, and Amar means? What are the business regions? So Amar is nothing but a North, Central, and South America. What is that? North, Central, and North, Central, and South America. APAC is nothing but a Asia and Pacific. EMEA is nothing but a Europe, Middle East, and Africa regions. Africa regions. Guys, understood? What is Amar, APAC, EMEA? Yes, understood? Very good. So, very good. So, this is nothing but a AMER, APAC, AMEA region. So, what they are providing? They are providing the global infrastructure. What is that? The global infrastructure. Understood? So, this is nothing but a US East, North Virginia, Ohio, North California, Oregon. These all are the, what is that? AMER region. Asia Pacific, Hong Kong, Mumbai, Seoul, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. These all are the APAC region. So Canada, Europe, Middle East, these all are the EMEA region. EMEA region, guys. So understood, right? Region. So each region has many availability zones. Availability zones are the logicals. So in the logicals, there is regions. Availability zones are the logical locations, and the data centers are the physical locations. Each region has many availability zones. So usually three, min two, max six. So AP Southeast two. This is the region. So in this region, how many availabilities are there? A availability zone, B availability zone, C availability zone. AP Southeast to 2A, AP Southeast to 2B, AP Southeast to 2C. These all are the availability zones. Each availability zone is one or more discrete data centers with redundant power, networking, and connectivity. Right? So why we need a redundant power, network, and connectivity? So our application will be available on 24 by 7 high availability. No need a downtime. For that purpose, we need a redundant power, networking, and connectivity. They are separate from each other so that they are isolated from disasters. So what is disaster, guys? If you're having floods, earthquakes, or something like a tsunami, whatever it guys. So for that time, so it will, so something like your data will be available in two regions. So for example, here they have as floods, right? Here there is no flood. So your data will be available under this availability zone. Okay. They are separated from each other, and so they are isolated from the disaster. They are connected with the high bandwidth and ultra low latency network. Okay. So edge points are points of presence. So something like, so compared to the India region, APAC region, in the AMER region, if you build the infra, if you need a OS, if you need a server, it is cheaper than India. What you can do, you can build the infra in the US region and you can create a catchy location. What is that? In the Hyderabad or something like in your nearest data center, you can keep the catchy information in the nearest data centers, and so for the first time, it will hit to the US data center. US data center. We need to go from here to US, right? Definitely, it will be a browsing time. Definitely, it will be a latency. So for the first time, it will go connect to the US. Then so it will copy it in the cache will be copied in the India servers. That India servers is nothing but edge locations are a points of presence. Okay. So from the second time onwards, so you guys, if you hit that website, right, it will connect from the Hyderabad data center and it will get the responses. That is nothing but a edge locations or points of presence. Guys, understood? Guys, understood or not? Is it easy or not?
Yeah, అన్న easy అన్న.
Easy, right? Yeah, there is no much difference, guys. That's the reason from day one onwards, I am telling data center on-premise, data center on-premise, data center on-premise. Because of data center on-premise provides the IaaS. You know the what IaaS, right? So apart from that IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. PaaS and SaaS are very easy, right? So there is no much difference between a data center and cloud. Okay? Very good, guys. So what is that? Now you understood the so module 1 and module 2. AWS, now you understood the AWS. So how you can connect that AWS, guys? How you can connect with the AWS? You can connect with the AWS having a console. What they are? They are providing a website. What is that? Website. That website is aws.amazon.com. So aws.amazon.com. What is AWS? AWS is nothing but a Amazon Web Services. They are providing over the internet. Over the internet. Here, so if you don't have a account, you can create the account. If you have a account, you can sign into that account. So currently I have the account. So now I can sign into that AWS console and I will show you what are the services, what the dashboard is contains, AWS dashboard. Then I will show you how to sign up AWS account. How to sign up AWS account. This is my AWS dashboard. So whenever you log into the AWS console, so you connected to the default region. The default region is North Virginia. The default region is North Virginia. You want to build your infra within your local region. What is your local region, guys? APAC. In the APAC, what is your nearest region? Mumbai. APAC, Mumbai. If you can click the Mumbai, the so it will connect, this web application will connect to that Mumbai data center. Mumbai data center. So whenever you launch the EC2 instance, what is the EC2 instance? EC2 instance is nothing but a compute. So compute instance, if you want a server, so you can use the EC2 instance and launch the EC2 instances. So do you have any instances in the Mumbai region? No. You can launch that EC2 instance. EC2 instance is nothing but a VM. The virtual machine is called it as a EC2 instance in AWS. In Azure, we call it as a virtual machine. In GCP, we call it as a compute engine. What is that? Cloud provider services cheat sheet. Yeah. Yeah. So compute. Compute, we call it as a AWS, we call it as a Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. What is that? EC2 is nothing but a E1 E double C. One is E is nothing but a Elastic, C is nothing but a compute, C is nothing but a compute cloud. What EC2? EC2 is nothing but a Amazon Compute Cloud. Azure, what we call it as? We call it as a virtual machine. Azure, we call it as a Azure virtual machine. In Google, we call it as a compute engine. What his name is? Compute engine. Okay. You see, guys, VMs we call it as a Amazon EC2, Azure Virtual Machine, Compute Engine. Compute Engine. Yeah. So container we call it as a Amazon Container Registry, right? This is the container registry. Blockchain. Yeah. So here databases we call it as a RDS. Here we call it as a Azure SQL database. So here we call it as a LIDB for Postgres Cloud SQL Server. This is migration, miscellaneous, networking. Yeah, networking. So networking we call it as a here VPC, Virtual Private Cloud, right? So here virtual private. So domain naming system we can call it as Amazon Route 53. Here Azure DNS. Here Cloud DNS. Okay. Load balancers, network. Uh, so here we call it as a VPC, VPN. Yeah. So here call it as a VPC. So virtual network and the virtual private cloud. Here also VPC, here also VPC, but here we call it as a Azure Virtual Network. Azure Network, Azure Virtual Network. The storage. What is the storage? So here EBS, we call it as a elastic block storage. Here we call it as a disk storage. Here we call it as a persistent disk, local solid state disk, and disk Google Cloud. Okay. Yeah. So object storage, we can call it as a Amazon S3. So here Azure blob storage or cloud storage. Here we call it as. Is understood? What is that? The foundation services are. What are the foundation services? So the foundation services compute, compute. So compute here we call it as a EC2. So storage we call it as a S3. Database we call it as a RDS. Networking we call it as a VPC. Networking we call it as a VPC. Guys understood? Very good. So route 53, you see, right? So route 53 here we call it as a, there we call it as a domain DNS. Yeah. Now introduction to Elastic Compute Cloud. So before that, we need to show the how to sign up AWS account. How to sign up the AWS account? I will show you. Right. So what is that, guys? So AWS account creation. AWS account creation, sign up for free tier usage. What is that, guys? So AWS, that cloud provides, every cloud provides a free tier account. So free eligible account. So if you use that free tier account and you can learn the AWS by using free tier account. So they will provide a 12 months free tier account with some features. Some features. AWS free tier account. AWS so free tier account. So three types of offers. One is a free trial and 12 months free, always free. You guys can use 12 months free. So what it will provide in the 12 months free? Yeah. So Amazon EC2 750 hours they will provide the free of cost. If 750 hours crossed, right, they will charge it. So Amazon S3, the storage service, they will give 5 GB free space. After that, so it will chargeable. So Amazon RDS 750 hours. After that, it will be chargeable. Okay. So Amazon OpenSearch service 750 hours. Amazon API gateway 1 million. Amazon Compahand so 50K. So AEFS, Amazon content, Elastic block storage. Okay, so something like all these are providing the a free tier account, 12 months free tier account to explore the top product categories, compute to database storage, container, web and mobile apps, so serverless, so machine learning for exploring. These all are the, they are providing a free tier account. Guys, now you understood? No need to pay anything, but you need a credit card or debit card. It will be deduct uh, 2 rupees or 1 rupee. So, okay. So, for creating a AWS account, we need a debit or credit card. Understood, guys? Yeah. AWS account creation. So, what you need to get the started. So, online payment card, credit card or debit card, AWS account, computer with internet connection, a browser, Linux SSH client, and Windows RDP client if you want to connect. Like AWS account creation sign up for free tier usage. So sorry, yeah. Let's get started with so AWS account includes 12 months of free tier access, including the usage of EC2, S3, DynamoDB, right? So you guys, so create a new AWS account. Click the create a new AWS account. It will ask the so it will ask the email or mobile number. Then you can provide the all the information. So it will ask the full information. Okay. Then it will ask the payment information. So it will ask the identification, verification on your mobile number. Let's choose the plan, the basic free plan. Okay. Then so you can connect to the, so they will provide the two accounts. One is IAM account, the other one is the root user account. What is that? Sign in as a IAM user account or a root user account. I will tell you guys what is IAM and root user account. Okay. Then you can, once you log into the server, right? Then you can choose the services, whatever the service you want to create it. Guys, understood? Is it easy to creating the sign up?
Yes, Anna.
Yes, very good. I will show you the other document. I created it. Let me check that one. తర్వాత చేసుకుంది వస్తావా 67 ఉందా అది లేదు guys are able to see AWS account creation process by Harisar. So that is the portal.aws.amazon.com. Okay. The step one. What is the step one? Enter email and account name. Then step two, go to mail account verification code and paste it here. Okay. Choose the plan, radio button option and fill your details. So always free or 12 months free and you can provide all the information. Then use credit card or debit card details and fill. So it will be charge INR 20 rupees for verifications. Okay. What is that? Which card it will be allow? Visa, Master, American Express, guys. Okay. So we will not charge for you usage of below AWS free tier limits. We may temporarily hold up to $1 USD, an equivalent amount of the local currency as pending the transaction for 3 to 5 days to verify your identity. Okay. So once you verify identity, so sign up for AWS, then verify the code, choose a free option. So basic free option and complete the sign up. So go to the AWS console. So enter the URL to login, AP South, something like, right? This is the AWS account creation, guys. How you can create the AWS account? This is the way you guys can create the AWS account. Guys, understood? So every material is uploaded in the where I uploaded, guys. I uploaded in the AWS DevOps material. You guys go and AWS material. So AWS instance creation or something like I uploaded here. Yes, AWS material. This is the AWS material. This is the PPT. Okay. So this is the AWS account creation. AWS account creation. Guys, understood? So this is the setup document. This is the PPT. Okay, whatever I showed, right? That is the PPT. This is the document. So guys, you guys, whatever you want, you can see it and check and do it. Guys, understood? Guys, understood the how
Yes,
to log into the AWS console. So this is the way. Yeah. So now you understood the how to connect the AWS, right? I will show you a beauty now. Yeah. What this is, guys? This is your what is symbol? What is the color symbol, guys? You see orange. Understood? Huh? This is your AWS Amazon Web Services. Okay. Whenever you see this symbol, right, you will understand, oh, this is AWS. Okay. This is your AWS. Okay. What this is, guys? This is your AWS Amazon Web Services. So how you can connect this website? Now you understood the how to create the AWS account, right, guys?
yeah,
Yeah. Right. How you can connect with the AWS account? We can connect with the price. Same like as a Linux. This is the Linux server. So how many ways we can connect this Linux machine, guys? Which users we can connect it? So user administration. In the Linux user administration, how many users are there, guys? User administration. How many types of users we can create? So when we install the OS, by default, which user is created? Guys, when we install the OS, which user is created by default on the Linux machine? Forgot? ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది గైస్ మనం
Servers.
సర్వర్స్ లైనక్స్ ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతాం మనం విచ్ యూజర్ వీఆర్
Sure,
కనెక్టింగ్ త్రూ విచ్ యూజర్
రూట్ యూజర్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ అవుతాను పిక్సెల్
రూట్ యూజర్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు ఆర్ ఎల్స్
నార్మల్
వెరీ గుడ్ సో నార్మల్ యూజర్ రూట్ యూజర్ వెరీ గుడ్ గోపి root user and normal user is Hari user. Okay, the same way, so we can connect the AWS console in two users in two ways. One is administrator user, the other one is normal user. Normal user here we call it as a IAM user. So what we call it as? So we call it as a IAM user. So administrator user is who is the administrator user in Linux? The same like as a here also root user. We can connect through the root access. Root access is the administrator access. So everything will be so whatever the services right. So everything services you have a administrator, something like a super access, super user access. You can do anything while connecting to as a root user. So if you connect as a IAM user, so something like you have some permissions. For example, so Hari having only EC2 service, S3 service, and RDS service access. You access only these EC2, S3, and RDS access from IAM user. From IAM normal user. So as a root user, you can connect, you can access any service, guys. You can access any service. So every company took the root user access and will not give that access to anyone. So separately they will create the IAM users and they will provide the access to the IA through IAM user. So who will? Every company having a root access. Every company having the administrator access that will not give it to the anyone. Okay. So by using IAM users, we can connect to the IAM users. Guys, understood? Okay. Guys, understood?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Yep. So thank you guys. So you guys, what you guys can do, you can create your own account on AWS console, and tomorrow we'll show you the the third module. So EC2 instance. How to launch a virtual mission in the AWS. How to launch the virtual mission. So where we launched the virtual mission as of now in the data center. Where it is? It is in the, for example, you guys remember this is our data center. So where you installed a virtual mission, where you installed this virtual mission, that center is on virtual mission, right? The same like as a how you can build the EC2 instance. EC2 instance is nothing but a elastic compute cloud, is nothing but a EC2 is nothing but a VM virtual mission. So in AWS we call it as a EC2 elastic compute cloud. Okay, how we can build the a VM or a EC2 instance in the AWS cloud, will show you tomorrow. Will show you tomorrow. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys.